Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm wearing the same shirt again. Much better. So today we're going to be talking about the two very different cameras, the Canon M50 Mark II and the Canon M50. Hey, why'd you wink like that? I didn't wink. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I plan to keep this video pretty short. I'm just going to be short and concise. You guys really loved my last video, which was the Sony a6100 versus the Canon M50, which will be popping up that side of the screen, I think, and you can go watch that video. It gave you all the information on another Canon M50 video, but today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Canon M50 Mark II, which everybody was super excited for. It's been hyped for like almost a year now, and the Canon M50, the legend from 2018. Now, it's not Canon M50 Mark I, it's just Canon M50, so we're just going to have to differentiate them by saying the M50 and then the M50 Mark II. That's how I'm going to be talking about them. So, first off, I'm going to show you two videos from each camera. I have exclusive footage from the Canon M50 Mark II. So, right here is the Canon M50, and then right here is the Canon M50 Mark II. So, you might be like, Wyatt, those are the same exact video clips. Exactly. Okay, video over. In all seriousness though, they're almost the exact same cameras. Now, I'm gonna try to not be too negative here, but I'm not super happy with how the Canon M50 Mark II is looking, and that's what I'm going to be talking about and help to inform you on your buying decision on which camera you should get. So without any more jokes, let's hop into the video. So the Canon M50, the original one, was released in 2018, and it is one of Canon's best-selling cameras, I'd say, ever. Really popular, really awesome, and lately Sony's really been kicking it with the lower budget cameras, and Canon decided, well, the M50 did really well, let's do the M50 Mark II, and they did that, but they did what they've been doing for the last like year now, where their cameras, I gotta be honest, I'm not liking Canon very much in the past year. The R6, R5, okay, they knew everybody, like all the like YouTuber scrubs would want that, and they didn't put very good video skills in it. They like made it a photography camera, even though they knew people that wanted to make videos would get the camera, so they did that. And then after everybody bought that, they're like, all right, good, we got to buy that. Let's release our, I guess, low budget cine camera, if you want to call it a low budget cine camera. And they were like, okay, it's great, it's an awesome camera. I think it did 4K, I don't know for sure. And they're like, okay, it's awesome, you guys need to go buy this. It doesn't shoot RAW though, which is the main format that you shoot when you shoot cinema anything. I don't know what they're doing this year. And then the Canon M50 Mark II comes along, and they're like, alright, Canon M50 Mark II, available I think December 4th, great new camera. And if you read their descriptions and stuff, it's kind of a lot of fluff. They're like, it builds on the Canon M50 with great new features that the Canon M50 didn't have. And you're like, oh, this is exciting. And they just basically talk about the Canon M50 in all their descriptions for a second time. You know, we thought it was going to be like maybe a bigger sensor or a different kind of sensor. It just has the same 24 megapixel CMOS Digic 8 processor. Not very impressive in today's terms. 2018 it was pretty good, but now a lot of people are going over to 4K, so we thought, okay, Canon M50 Mark II, it's gonna be 4K 60 maybe, probably 4K 30, and it's gonna build on top of the Canon M50, the original one, and instead of the Canon M50 that had 4K 24p with just went back to contrast-based autofocus and no stabilization. It wasn't very good at all, so we're like, okay, we're gonna get the great, or decent at this point, Canon autofocus and stabilization at, let's say, 4K 30. That was our hopes. Nope, exact same thing. Literally everything they changed in the Canon M50 Mark II could just have been done to the Canon M50 just through a firmware update. Now, don't leave the video yet, because there are some things that I want to talk about that maybe why you should actually buy the Canon M50 Mark II. So stay tuned for that, because there's still, there are some points that we will be getting into in just a minute. So I want to put an image up of the Canon M50, the original 2018 one, and the Canon M50 Mark II. Just like those video clips, it's the exact same thing, because I don't think they even bothered to change the mold. The only thing different is Canon M50 had just a Canon M50 on the back, or just M50, I don't know, and then the Canon M50 Mark II, they put 2 eyes. Congratulations, Canon. That must have cost a lot of manufacturing money. They just, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess? I don't know. But 1080p from 24 frames to 60 frames in both cameras, and we thought, okay, we're not getting any 4K, or decent 4K in the new one. We could have done it easily, but maybe we'll get like high definition, not 720, like the Canon M50. We'll get 1080, like 120 frames a second at least. That'll be awesome, alright? Maybe stabilized too, that'd be pretty great. No, unstabilized, I don't even know if it has autofocus, 720, 120p. I don't know what they're doing, so I went through and I'm going to tell you everything that's different with the Canon M50 Mark II from the Canon M50 original. And the differences are, I might put text, I don't know for sure. So the Canon M50 Mark II has upgraded stabilization that they could have done in a firmware update and you won't even notice it. Updated autofocus. Probably won't even notice it that they could have done in an update. And then the biggest thing, you can't forget about this, clean HDMI output. Now actually that's something that's pretty good for a lot of people. You can use it as a webcam now, but you could use the Canon M50 as a webcam pretty much flawlessly, so not that big of a difference. And then also Instagram linear mode for everybody that was wanting that. Those are the 4 things that I could find that are different from the Canon M50 and the Canon M50 Mark II. So yeah, not anything impressive at all. But they couldn't cannibalize the Canon M6 Mark II. So, I mean, if they wanted to put some great 4K features and stuff, I do understand where they're looking at with this, because the M6 Mark II is sitting at about $1,000 or $899 for a body, and the Canon M50 was about $549 for the body. Now, they couldn't go to like $799 for the body, because that would start to cannibalize the M2 if they put good features in it, so they had to make it low, and they couldn't put good features that would destroy the Canon M6 Mark II, so they decided, let's not try anything, let's just release the same camera again. But the price points from the Canon M50 and the Canon M50 Mark II are very similar. The Canon M50, the original one, without a lens, goes for $549, alright? And then if you have a lens, it goes for $649. Pretty affordable, very low budget camera, pretty great for what you're getting. And then if you go to the Canon M50 Mark II, it's a price without a lens, just the body, for $599. And then the price for the lens and the camera bundle, which is a 15 to 45 millimeter lens, just the basic one you see with all the Canon mirrorless mounts, that is $699. So the difference between the two cameras is only $50. Now you would think, well, that's dumb, you might as well just pay the $49 or $50 just to get the new one, because it's the new one, the Canon M50 Mark II. And I would definitely say you should do that. But one thing you have to consider, if you do that, you're supporting Canon and their almost evil business tactic of releasing this new one. Now, I think that is very fair that they only made it $50 more. I don't even think it should have been $50 more. I think it should have been the same price as the Canon M50, and they just took the Canon M50 off the market, but they didn't. So Canon M50 Mark II, I guess you should go for that one, but you have to remember you're supporting Canon and what they're doing there, so remember that. I would just recommend saving up your money and going and getting like the Sony maybe A6600, which is, you know, a lot more money, but I definitely recommend you go with that one. Go Sony, because they are literally the future right now. And like Fujifilm, Panasonic, Canon, I think Nikon, you almost forget about them. So 3 main companies, we're not including Nikon. They're not doing very well, and the one, which is Sony, is completely dominating. So I'd recommend going for a Sony camera, but between the two cameras, I guess go for the Canon M50 Mark II. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found that pretty helpful. I will have an Amazon affiliate link to the Canon M50 and the Canon M50 Mark II pre-order that's coming out December 4th, I believe. So that'll be an Amazon affiliate link down below. Go click that if you want one of the cameras, and that also helps me out a lot if you click that. And if you guys want to go check out some of my other videos, you can go down under the like button, and to the left of the subscribe button, there's my channel icon. If you click that, it brings you to all my videos on my channel, and there's a lot of them, but I cannot guarantee you they will be any better than this one, but they're definitely interesting. And throughout this video, if you're like, I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about, because it is a new camera and stuff, don't worry, you can listen to the 15-year-old in the Taco Bell shirt. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.